Hi everyone, my name is Kristen and I am a naturopathic medical student at CCNM, otherwise known as the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine in Toronto, Ontario. Today I'm going to be talking about the topic of how to get into naturopathic medical school. So what was the process for me, especially at the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, and how you too can get in. I really aim to educate you guys on the whole process because I know that there was a lack of resources that I could find when I was trying to apply, and I really want to be that person to give you those resources so that you understand the whole process and it makes it a little bit easier and less stressful for you. To start, you need to have a 3 or 4 year undergrad bachelor's degree under your belt. So that means that any program that is either 3 years completely or 4 years completely, you can get into the CCNM school. However, you do have to have all the prerequisites that are required for the course in order to get in. These include a full year of biology. It can be either 2 semesters or 1 full year. You also need 2 semesters of physiology courses. You also need 1 full year or 2 semesters of chemistries. You need 1 semester of a psych course and then also 1 full year of humanities courses. Now these all depend on your school, so the best thing I could tell you, because it's so individualistic to each school, is to contact CCNM through their website to see if the courses that you're taking cover these prereqs, just to make sure. They're really helpful when you email them. They're able to get back to you and tell you if these courses are correct. For me personally, I did not have any of my chemistry courses. I had taken none and I was in my 4th year and final year of my undergrad and was planning on going to CCNM right after my undergrad, which is what I ended up doing. This meant that I had to take my chemistries online through CCNM, and I had to do that during my undergrad, so that was actually really tough, but it is completely possible. So if you're in that boat right now, please don't worry, it is possible, but it's totally up to you whether you want to wait or not. There are actually 2 different intakes of first years, so you can either start in September or in January. If you start in September, you're going to be doing 8 months starting in September and going all the way till April, 2 different semesters just like you would do in your undergrad. But if you start in January, you're going to do January through April as your first semester, and then your second semester starts in May and goes all the way until August, and then you're starting back up in September as your second year. So you go for a whole year and a half without even taking a break, really. So if you are thinking of doing that, just keep that in mind. It will be quite strenuous, but it's totally possible. I had to take my chemistries through CCNM, so they do offer pretty much all of the courses through CCNM online, and you don't even have to go to the school to take the courses. You can pay a $75 fee, $70 or $75 fee to get proctored when the tests come. So I actually just drove to CCNM because I was only an hour away from the school, but if you're further away or it's just not accessible to you, you can totally do it all through online, which is amazing, and they're sped up courses. So I was able to do 2 chemistries in the time span of 3 or 4 months, so that was really great. I was able to get into the program no problem, and they take acceptances up until I believe July, so it's quite far, which is great. So the next process after you've done all of these is to apply. You can actually start applying when you are taking these courses. You just need to prove that you're taking them in order to get accepted. So the application process is a little bit more difficult. There's a whole online forum that you have to fill out, and then you have to do an interview. I did mine over Skype. They do them online or in person, depending on where you are and what's accessible to you. But yeah, it's completely accessible, so you don't have to be in the area. People come from all over, so you can apply regardless of where you are, which is amazing. The interview is usually done by somebody who is a naturopathic doctor as well as a 3rd or 4th year student. It's a lot less intimidating than you think, and it's great because you are getting interviewed by someone who doesn't even look at your application, so they can't be biased, which is really great, so you know that they're not looking at any of that. And then finally, you get accepted, and when you accept, they send you a form asking if you want to accept. You sign it, you send it in, then you pay a $2,000 fee just to set your place in. And that is how you get into CCNM. Also, for grade point average, they're looking for between a 2.4 and a 3.3 on a 4-point scale. Please don't get intimidated by this. I was never the best at getting good grades, but I was still able to get in. Don't let this stop you from applying, because I guarantee you probably will get in as long as you show that you're dedicated. They really just want to make sure that you are passionate about this, because you are going to be a doctor for somebody, and naturopathic medicine is very intuitive to people's needs and the holistic approach. So they want to make sure that you're going to be there for that. That concludes my video on how to apply to naturopathic medical school, particularly CCNM. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Always feel free to send me a message on Instagram, or you can send me a comment on here, and hopefully I can help you guys out a little bit. I know that it is a difficult process and quite confusing, so hopefully this video was helpful. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye!